Oh, hey, I thought I'd go through another request I got, do a little Jerry Garcia band on Run for the Roses. Fun song to play. Obviously, Garcia was listening to a lot of Dylan at that point. He was covering some Dylan tunes. This one is very similar, actually, to the chord progression of Tangled Up in Blue. So if you listen to one and listen to the other, you can hear that most of the chords are actually the same, except for a G that I think Dylan uses that Garcia leaves out. But anyway, start with key chords. An A up at the 5th fret, letting the high E ring, and then a suspension. And the suspension is going to be a sus4, which means instead of the C sharp we've got here, we're going to get the D in there. So there's going to be an important progression. Another place you can do the A sus4 is in the open position. He doesn't really do it there, except for one little place we'll see at the end of a full verse. Most of the time he's doing the work up here. So we've got A, sus, back off, G, then back up to the A, and then 3 times we're going to go A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G, D, A. Then back to our... When that first part of the verse ends, he's going to slide back up to the A, and then 4 times to an E, and then we're going to start what we think of as the second part of each verse. E, A, D, and then a little A, E, A, D, A, F sharp minor, D, and then that A, E, A, D, hang on the D, F sharp minor. As we got to Chicken to Die for the first verse. Now here I think you get a little choice. You can go just hanging on the D, or you can do a little extra little twist. Go to an A, grab that sus4, up back up to the D, and then slide up to our open A sus. All right, let me go through all of that with a little bit of singing just to get you the rhythm. I'll go through the rhythm parts more slowly than Garcia does, and as always, pardon the bad singing, but I think it helps at least with the timing. That's the pattern of the song, and then we'll come back and we'll look at some of the soloing choices he makes use of. Don't want to live the truth. Ooh, you chicken to die. Now, when it comes to the soloing that Garcia does, I think it's going to vary whether he's playing the acoustic versions, as he does sometimes, or whether he's playing the electric with the full Garcia band. I think it makes sense to approach the solo thinking about him playing in the A mixolydian, which means taking the A major scale and substituting the 7th, which would be a G sharp, for a flattened 7th, which would be the G. That gives a distinctive sound to that scale. That's one that Garcia often likes to use. So just sort of putting it in place, what we've got, the notes are A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A. As opposed to a regular major scale with the G sharp, which would sound like this. By using that flattened 7th, the G, then we've got something that's going to work over those G chords that we were using. Now, as for constructing the solo, he often likes to sort of do a little chromatic run up to the first note. So sometimes the solo will start like E, G, sharp, then it gets up to the A, so then we're off and running. Alright, so there's a little run in the acoustic version. Instead of switching over to electric instrument, just think about some of the stuff that he does when he's playing with the full Garcia band. One of the things he likes to do, and that's part of just his soloing strategy, is to do some solos over the chords. So just think about Alright, so I hope that gives you some framework to work with. Have fun, take it easy.